Hello and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most powerful and important poems ever written, Maya Angelou's Still I Rise. This poem, it's just this timeless anthem of resilience that has given strength to millions. So we're going to deconstruct it, piece by piece, and figure out what makes it so unbelievably enduring.
Right from the very first lines, the poem just grabs you. This isn't just words on a page. It's a direct challenge. Angelou is setting the entire tone right here. It's not a request for pity. Not at all. It's a statement of fact. You can try to bury me. You can grind me into the dirt. But it won't work. I'll come back. Just like dust. She's saying she's this undeniable, unstoppable force of nature.
And that really brings us to the first major layer of this incredible work. It's raw, completely unfiltered defiance. This isn't just about getting through something tough. It's about actively, powerfully pushing back against oppression with this just unshakable confidence.
And you have to notice how Angelou frames this defiance. The speaker is talking directly to her oppressors, right? To the people who write her down in history with, as she says, bitter, twisted lies. But instead of being crushed by that weight, she just asserts her power to rise above it. And that metaphor of dust is just genius. It's everywhere, it's persistent, and you simply cannot keep it down.
So this begs the question, right? Where does this incredible, defiant spirit actually come from? Well, the poem makes it pretty clear. The answer isn't something external. It's bubbling up from this deep internal well of self-worth.
What an amazing image. Her laughter isn't just happy, it's wealthy. It's abundant, it's overflowing. She's basically saying that her joy is this natural resource that she owns completely, like having gold mines pumping right there in her own home. It's an inner fortune that nobody can touch or take away from her.
And that same profound sense of self-worth fuels another source of her power. This proud, totally unapologetic embrace of her own body, her femininity, her sensuality. In a world that so often tries to control or shame women's self-expression, she stands up and declares that her very being is as precious and valuable as diamonds. It's a powerful, powerful claim.
So when you start to pull all these incredible metaphors together, you really see the massive scale of this self-worth she's describing. Her confidence is like oil wells, her joy like gold mines, her very body like diamonds. And later, she even compares her spirit to air, something you absolutely need to live. So this self-worth, it isn't just an attitude, it's elemental, it's fundamental, and it makes her completely impervious to hate.
But here's where the poem gets even bigger, even more profound. This isn't just a personal story. Angelou masterfully widens the lens, connecting the speaker's own rise to a deep, collective, and often incredibly painful history. This struggle is not hers alone. Just look at this journey from the past to the present. The poem literally moves us from a history steeped in shame, pain, and terror, and brings us into this triumphant rise. And the imagery she uses for that rise is just immense. She becomes a black ocean, leaping and wide. Think about that. An ocean is this vast, unstoppable collective force. It's powerful enough to wash away the past and bring in a daybreak that's wondrously clear.
And with these lines, that connection becomes absolutely undeniable. The I in the poem is no longer just one person. It's the collective voice of a people, emerging from the huts of history's shame. This isn't about getting over a bad week, this is about overcoming centuries of injustice. And the repetition of I rise starts to feel like this powerful, rhythmic chant of collective survival.
Okay, so let's talk about the poem's tone for a second. Because it's so confident, it's almost confrontational. It's a direct challenge to anyone at all who might feel threatened by the speaker's power, and especially her power as a woman.
This question, right here, it's aimed directly at the reader. It's aimed at society. She is not apologizing for her confidence, for what she calls her haughtiness. No. She's questioning why it would bother you in the first place. She's taking up space, owning her pride, her sassiness, and she's daring you to have a problem with it. It's such a brilliant reversal of power.
And what this all adds up to is that Still I Rise is at its core a profoundly feminist statement. The poem is a direct confrontation with a society that often tells women, and especially black women, to be quiet, to be small, to be submissive.
By asserting her right to be loud and confident and sensual, the speaker just shatters those stereotypes and forges a new definition of female power.
And all of this, the defiance, the self-worth, the historical weight, it all builds and builds to the poem's absolutely breathtaking climax. The rise isn't just for herself. It's not even just for the people around her now. It's for the past and it's for the future. It becomes a legacy.
So this final ascent, it's actually fueled by history. The speaker is leaving behind the nights of terror and fear, but she is not forgetting them. No, she's carrying the weight of that history, all the sacrifices, all the pain, but also all the dreams of her ancestors, and she's transforming it into fuel. Her rise is the fulfillment of a hope that's been passed down for generations.
And here it is, the final lines. I mean, it gives you chills every single time. This is the ultimate declaration. Her life, her success, her very act of rising from the dirt, that is the embodiment of everything her enslaved ancestors dreamed of and hoped for. That final, triumphant, repeated, "I rise," it's not a promise anymore. It's a victory cry that echoes through all of time.
And that, right there, is the enduring power of this poem. It was born from a very specific, very painful history, but its message has become universal. It asks every single one of us to look inside ourselves, to look at our own stories, our own histories, our own inner wells of strength. It leaves us all with the question, when you face your own challenges, what is your gold mine? What is your diamond? What gives you the strength to rise?